always phenomenal. Got you, I need a girl like you, yeah, 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 yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Is this live? Yes. Bro, I need to make myself smaller. Yep. And always on top. Perfect. What should we sculpt today? I just want to browse through Pinterest and sculpt something. I'm in the mood to sculpt something spooky, a bit spooky. So, yep. Let's go see. There's a spooky reference in my Pinterest library. Damn, nudity. YouTube, don't ban me for showing this. It's art, bro. Hey Maxo, what's up, my friend? Yeah, I just want to sculpt something spooky today because it's been a while. Oh, this is nice. Good, good, good. Anything else? Spooky, spooky. I think this is a good reference. This is something that I would like to sculpt. Yeah. What do you think, Maxo? Should we sculpt this? Or should we look for more? I like this one the best so far. What else? Obito. We could do Obito. Yeah, okay. Since Maxo said we should sculpt this, let's sculpt this. I'm just gonna save image. Yep. And let me set up the references in Blender. I also need to open PureRef. Yeah, here's my PureRef file. I usually keep my reference on the second monitor because it just helps me sculpt better. I like having my references on a separate screen. And the other thing that I do is I pin a reference here as well, just so someone who joined in late can see what I am sculpting. And this is going to be a bit tricky because I do not have a side view, a third quarter, but it is absolutely fine. I'm confident I can sculpt this. Boom. All right, all right, all right. Perfect. Let's start. Where's my Wacom pen? Where's my graphic pen, bro? Okay, found it. Hey, Victor, what's up, my friend? Yeah, I'll be honest, bro. It's a Sunday. I wasn't in the mood to sculpt anything today, so I thought, why not just stream as well? Because yeah, streaming is always a safe option. It's a good option when I'm not in the mood to sculpt. It's I get to make content. I get to interact with you guys. Also, I get to sculpt, which is a win-win for all of us, I guess. Streaming is really the laziest content any creator can do. It's it's, it's very easy content. You just do what you were supposed to do, but just turn on the camera and do it live. I'm interested in making the horns, and the ears are really nice as well. Also, this texture, I think, yeah, I will be using some alpha textures as well to get this detail. But of course, like always, I'm gonna focus on the low poly the most. The details are something that is secondary. That is something that I can always add at the end. The most important phase of any sculpt is this phase right now, where I'm blocking out all of the features. Because if the base is poop, no matter what I put on it, it's still gonna be poop, bro. Yeah, I can make the most beautiful eyes, the most beautiful ears, the most beautiful mouth. it's still gonna be poop because the base is poop. So this is the stage that I like to focus on the most, always. The more time you spend here, the less time you're gonna spend adjusting things later when it's high poly and a pain in the ass. Well, making a stream engaging is harder. How so? How is it harder? I think the streams that are not really engaging are the ones where the creator is just doing what he's doing without interacting with the chat. And I just feel that I'm the most active on my live streams in the chat. Because I'm always looking for new messages and trying my best to be more active in the chat rather than in the sculpt and forgetting about the chat completely. I also think streams are not engaging if it's a new creator. Even if I have 3 members but they're talking to me, it's a good stream. And even if I have no one talking, it's still a good stream because I get to do what I wanted to do, just sculpting, making a sculpt. My PC specs, okay, my PC specs is Ryzen 5 3500X, GTX 1660, 16 gigs of RAM. Yep, that's pretty much it. Oops, yeah, let's just save it here. Don't matter. It's not fair, I found love. You made me say that get back. You'll never see the light if I'm not strong. It just might. It's not fair, I found love. Hi, bro. Hey, bro. What's up, bro? By the way, I think I like Blender 4.5 now, but I would still prefer 4.2 over this. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. But also, I don't think it's worth the upgrade. I thought it would take me a lot of time to get used to it, but not really. It wasn't that bad, honestly. The only bad thing about uh, upgrading to Blender 4.5 is that a lot of the brush settings they've changed it for some reason, and they changed the default setting for a lot of brushes, which can be very confusing in the start. For example, the clay strips behaves very differently. The mask brush behaves very differently. Yeah, it's something you'll have to get used to. Other than that, it's nice. The good feature that I really liked is the new paint brushes, which is a pleasure to paint with. And yeah, we will paint this at the end of the tutorial. Oh, the stream. These are some good things I liked about Blender 4.5. You're going to do the horns? Yes, of course we will do the horns. That is one of the main reasons I chose this reference. It adds to the spooky aspect of this character. Your art is amazing. Thank you, Mickey. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because I've been getting comments like, hey, you should stop making tutorials, bro. Your art is not that good. It just, I just find it humorous when people do that. They have so much time to go on other people's channel and comment such stuff. Yeah, of course, haters will hate. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm just glad I have a pretty thick skin to such comments. To be honest, my goal with the channel, my goal with my courses, tutorials is to help younger me. And as long as I'm helping even one person, it's an achievement. Oh, Maxo, by the way, I saw your post in the 30-day hack challenge. I was going to reply after the stream. It's a big improvement from what you've been doing before, man. And I would advise you keep it up. Just do not proceed till you get the same results as the reference. You just need to be in the 80-90% ballpark. Previously, you were skipping around a bit. Just don't do that, bro, because it's you're shooting at your own feet, man. The fastest way forward is to just take things slow. It's the recent one, the recent post is it's way better. Just keep that up. Yeah, we don't have a full view of the horns, but this would suffice. Yeah, I realized I was. Good thing, man. Accountability is such a blessing. If you're accountable, you're not a Jerry. And yeah, it's a big, big differentiator of a Jerry from a person who's serious. Yep, let's work a bit on the ear now, shall we? Oh, bro, how do I scroll up? Why is it not scrolling up? Okay, here we are. Draw brush. How long have we been through this cut? 16 minutes. Not bad for 16 minutes, actually. I find it so fascinating watching you sculpt. What's fascinating about it? Because believe me, this wasn't always the case. Where's the snake hook? But I guess that's practice. How it all just works together so smoothly. Yeah, of course, 100%. It is practice. It's like, what example should I give? If you've watched Naruto, right, and if you've seen them doing the hand signs, the the jutsu signs, then a lot of my friends, we were in school and we would practice these hand signs. Like, I don't know, this was a sign, this was a sign. And of course, if in the start, it's super hard. You need to coordinate all of your hands and your fingers. But if you keep doing it, you get faster, 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 and you can you can wield some very quick hand signs. It's the same with sculpting. Initially, it's always a mess. It's slow because you need to take your time. Then eventually, you can just do it without thinking about it. Or it's the same as driving actually. So initially, when you're driving for the first time, you're very careful about everything. You're continuously checking the mirrors. You're super careful with the clutch if you're driving a manual car. Bro, I miss manual cars, by the way. But then eventually now you just drive without even thinking about it. Your mind is somewhere else completely, but you're driving without any effort. That is practice. Same thing goes for any other skill, including sculpting. So the more you practice, the more your mind gets comfortable with it, the easier it is going to be for you to repeat it. I'm just gonna indicate a bit of the neck because I don't like it without the neck right now. I should have done this when it was low poly, but no. I need 30 minutes or more. 30 minutes or more for what? You ever animated or rigged a face? Yes, I have a lot. So I've actually worked as a 3D artist in for mobile game studios. And for them I had to make all of the characters. So basically I was the only artist in two companies and I had to handle all of their art. So I made all the models, I did all the rigging, I did all the texturing, I did all the animations. So I've I've had my fair share of that. And a lot of the games they required us to have characters with expressions. We worked on hyper casual games mostly, so there we need to have expressions and a lot of dances. Haha, that sounds like a lot of work. It was a lot of work, but the good thing is that there was no overtime to that stuff. It was all very organized, and also I'm insanely fast in the stuff that I did, in the things that I offered. So I would get all the assets ready within a day or two and just ship them all to the developer, and then I'd be free. I just had to help the developer if there was any issue, help him set up some stuff. But yeah, my speed was, it really helped me out. And the good thing was that it wasn't abused. So what happens a lot of time in work environments is that they see that you've done all your work, they're going to assign you with new tasks. But I had a deadline and I completed my work way before that deadline. So I had a lot of free time in my disposal as well. Sometimes we would be working on two, three games at the same time. Then it would be quite busy. The company did downsize a lot during the layoff phase. I was lucky enough that I wasn't. And initially, I had about four developers to take care of. I was the only artist providing all of the assets, but at the end, it was just me and one developer. And at the end, the company ran away without clearing the salaries of me and the developer. They just vanished in thin air, bro. So, yeah, that is a downside of remote work. And it was super unfortunate actually because I've been working with that company for about 4 years, 3 years, and we had such a good relationship. I don't know why did they take such a step. That is actually a reason why I got into sculpting as well, because I was tired of making low poly stuff, hyper casual stuff. I always wanted to make realistic characters, a bit realistic characters. I don't want to make fully realistic characters. I don't like photo accurate stuff. I just feel that photo accuracy or photorealism is a technical achievement, not an artistic achievement. It's just my opinion. So if I see a painter who makes photorealistic paintings, the thing that comes to my mind, bro, why don't you just take a photograph? Whereas if there's a painter and he makes very, very artistic oil paints where you can see the brush stroke, where you can see the individual bristle strokes of the brush, a lot of, I don't know, artistic freedom, control, that is what impresses me more. Instead of seeing an artist who makes a ditto what a camera does. No, it's good, but it doesn't wow me. I like art that is like poetry. You know, with poetry, how you can say so much with so little words. I want art to be the same way. It should be expressive. Well, yeah, of course, we all have our own tastes. How old were you when you started sculpting? Hmm. The first sculpt that I ever made was back when I was in university. I was about how old was that? That was about 6, 7 years ago. I was about 20. Yeah, I was about 19, 20, or 21. About that age. That is the first time I ever sculpted. And I really, really enjoyed the process. But because it was very hard, I quit. And instead, I was just making low poly stuff. But it's only when I started this channel that I started taking it very seriously. So my actual sculpting journey started in 2024, December of 2024. But I had tried sculpting before it. I bought a few courses, abandoned them, tried learning them, but I never could because because I was a jerry, bro. Yeah, my first sculpt was about 6, 7 years ago. I actually have it. I can show it if you like. And then the second time that I really, really committed to learning to sculpt was in December of 2024. Sculpt starting to look good. Yep. We're just soon gonna start to enter the detailing stage, and it will look much better than. But bro, honestly, I had to learn sculpting like the hard way. I had to filter through a lot of courses, a lot of sources, a lot of references. That is why I made the channel, because I just want to make this easier for other people who are passionate about this. I wasted years of my life. I actually delayed sculpting longer than it took me to learn this, and I don't want the same thing for anyone else. So I just want to help younger me's, plural, get result much quicker than what I did. I think the eyes can be a bit lower. Yeah, the neck can be a bit thicker as well. Hey, hello, delusional house. Hush. How are you, my friend? Your stuff helps a lot, even though I was a bit of a jury, but I'm improving. That's the whole thing, bro. If you are improving, you're in a good place. At least you're accountable enough to realize that you were in a bad place and now you're making an effort to improve. That is what counts. That is the main thing. Yeah, like I said, you're admitting it yourself. That is accountability, which is a great virtue to have as an artist. So many people, the reason that they don't get any progress is because they have no accountability. They're just blaming stuff around. Oh, I have this in my life, I have that in my life, I have so many distractions in my life. I don't know where to start. I don't know how to do this, how to do that. Bro, you didn't know anything when you came into this world. You didn't even know how to walk. How did you learn how to walk? Did you just walk out of your mother's womb? No, you did not. You had to fall a bit. You started with crawling. Then why is the expectation different when it comes to learning a skill? No one. Your favorite artists, they they weren't born artists. They had to struggle the same way as you do. The only difference is that they struggled. They had their fair share of struggle, of learning, and you're just too scared to have that. This is why most Jerrys, they never see any progress. But since you're improving, that is what counts. Just don't give up on it, bro. We all suck in the start, but how long can one suck? Eventually, he makes something that he's proud of. And yeah, your post, it's already an improvement. So just keep going, man. Are you gonna do lighting stuff it too? I don't usually light my sculpts. What I do is I just go here and I just turn on shadows. That is it. That is the most I do for majority of my sculpts, because lighting is a different skill. Initially, if you're just learning, if you just want to sculpt, if you want to get better at sculpting, then lighting is not going to help you. Initially what I used to do is I used to depend a lot on lighting. So if I made a bad sculpt, let's say the forehead is pretty shitty, I would light it in a certain way that the forehead wouldn't be that visible. I would be like, yeah, nice sculpt, bro. Your sculpt should stand out on its own. And once you're happy with how your sculpt looks, then you should proceed with lighting if you want to. So your progress is literally in your hands. If you want to learn to sculpt, the only thing that's going to improve you is to sculpt. If you're lighting, you're not sculpting. If you're rendering, you're not sculpting. If you're setting the camera, you're not sculpting. So for me, I don't usually light my sculpts. I light them when it's like a portfolio piece and I want to present it in a very nice way. Then I do light it. Like for example, let me show you ArtStation. View profile. Yep. This is when I would light my sculpts. When I want to make something nice. Or when I know it's a portfolio piece. Because lighting can play a big role on how your sculpt looks. It can really set in the mood. It's a completely different skill as well. If I was to light it in a sunny day, in a hot beach day, it wouldn't have looked cool. That is why I lit this in a very dramatic sci-fi style lighting on this character. If this was a Wolverine and he was standing in a studio, and yeah, it wouldn't have made sense. So I made him like he's standing in a warehouse. And yeah, look at the lighting. Damn. This is what the sculpt looks like. So unless your sculpt is at this point, there's no point lighting your sculpt. And for me, I practice for about an hour a day. So I can spend that hour sculpting and analyzing my mistakes, or I can spend that hour lighting. If I want to improve in sculpting, then just sculpting is a better thing to do. All right, let's save a file. Let's go high poly. Let's add this mouth detail. Are you gonna do cool lighting stuff too? So I've started using grease pencil to mark out face proportions, and the face started to look good, but I'm still searching for a better way to mark out face proportions. Oh bro, but then just go ahead, check out my free 30-day sculpting challenge. Over here, I will teach you everything. Okay, and I will get you results within 1 month. Just give me 1 month and you will be a new person. Okay, so over here I have a complete module which is about sketching and proportions, and this will help you practicing your proportions, and I will show you how to sculpt them as well. So if you want to see results and if you're unsure, bro, this is absolutely free, and this is the results that the members inside have been getting. You can look at Arthur. He got results in 25 days. Ruben got in 24 days. James in 22 days. LeBron got results in 20 days. Nick got results in 11 days. So this is where this is what I would recommend if you're struggling with head sculpting. This is a step-by-step program. And yes, you will learn a lot. And for those who are comfortable with sculpting heads and want to go a bit deeper into other topics, you can just check out my paid community. Over here, you get a lot more courses. So we have anatomy, we have female anatomy, we have retopo and baking. This is the easiest retopology method, and it's 100% Blender. This is an ongoing course, so I'm working on a stylized head sculpting course. These lectures are still to be recorded, so it's an ongoing course where I will teach you the language of stylization as well. So yep, also we have weekly calls inside. Every Wednesday we do a sculpting together session where we sculpt the same reference. So everyone who joins, it's got the same reference at the end. I share feedback, I tell them points to improve, and every Saturday we have a weekly call. You can, you are on a call with me. You can show me your sculpt. I will give you live feedback. You can tell me anything that you're struggling with, and I will help you the best that I can. So yeah, bro, go ahead, check out the free community. I will teach you everything you need to know about head sculpting in the easiest way possible. Due to my job shifts, I can't join your course yet, but I'll be there soon after my training period. Would love to be part of the community. Yeah, definitely, man. You can join the free community right now. It is absolutely free. You can get started with the head sculpting course, and all you need to practice every day is literally just an hour a day. So, if you have a job, you can just work before your shift or you can work after your shift. Personally, when I was working in a company, bro, my routine was all over the place because it wasn't all over the place, but it was super hectic because I had to wake up at 7 a.m. so I can be ready by 8 a.m. and so I can leave and be in the office by 9 a.m. So it was a mess. And I came home at around 8 p.m. every day. It was an hour long commute there, an hour long commute back. So it was super exhausting. I couldn't practice or learn Blender after work. So what I did is I just started to get up early. I just realized that, bro, if I want to learn this, I'm the only person who can. And if I can work so hard to fulfill someone else's dream, my dream is important as well. Because honestly, I wanted to learn sculpting, I wanted to learn Blender back then, and I just wouldn't learn. So during the weekends, when I had the perfect opportunity, I wanted to stay asleep. I wanted to binge shows on Netflix. I wanted to watch movies, play video games. But if my boss called me on a Saturday and say, "Hey, Sark, we need to work on Saturday. We need to submit this to the client," I would be like, "Yeah, sure thing, boss." And I would get my ass to the office. If I can work so hard for someone else, I can work harder for myself. And yeah, this is where accountability comes in. A lot of people, they're just gonna be like, "Oh, my routine is so hectic, bro. I don't have time because my work is so busy and whatever." Bro, you're the only person who can do this. Are you telling me that because you have work, you cannot make time for your own, for your for your dreams, for your passion? But okay, let's say you don't have time at all. But if I go to your phone and I go to your screen time setting, I see that you spend an hour every day on YouTube and 2 hours every day on Instagram watching reels. So why should I believe when you say you don't have time? So yeah, a lot of people, they just make excuses. And I'm super blunt about these things. And I'm glad my followers, they're not Jerry's, bro. They realize these things. The only person who wakes up with the responsibility of making your life better is you. And if you fail to do that one simple task, bro, nothing can help you. No one else wakes up as you with the responsibility of saying, "Hey, I'm gonna make your life better." No one wakes up as Ishaq and say, "Hey, uh, I'm gonna make Ishaq's life better for him. I'm gonna record tutorials for him." No one does it. I have to do it, bro. All right, let's use the alpha brush and add some details. Oh, I didn't make this thing, whatever this thing is this a goatee or something? Let's mask an area like this. What? Let's pull it out. All right, this looks good. Now we can add a lot more details to this. I want to make the nostril go up a bit because he has like a bit of an angry expression, and when you're angry, your nose it goes up, so the edges of your nose they go up as well. For expressions, it is very important to realize that when you frown, okay, you're not only moving the eyebrows, you move this up. Your eyes they move up a bit. So expressions, it's not the same as making a neutral face. When you're happy, right, like this, your lips go behind as well, your cheeks go higher as well, your eyes go a bit up as well. Yeah, it's not just the mouth that moves. This is a bad example, but you get the point. This is also why facial animation, making expressions, animating the face is one of the hardest job as an animator because it's so expressive, and there are so many moving components. Where's the draw brush? Here's the draw brush. I still struggle a bit to find the brushes in this version. Texture, yep. Let's make a new texture. Go here, open. Let me find some good alphas. Burn skin should be nice because he's from hell. He must have been burning there. Nice. By the way, this is not a recommended way of adding alpha textures because this is a destructive method. If you want to go back now, there's no chance. So a better way to do this is with the multi-res modifier because you can always go down a subdivision level, add more details, correct your base form because right now I cannot correct the base mesh anymore. And this is a permanent change. And I'm only doing this for speed, just for the sculpt. This is not a final concept. So yeah, we can be a bit more lenient here. But if you want more flexibility with this, of course, always do this in the multi-res modifier. Oh, wow, it hasn't even been an hour, which is good. Yep, not bad actually. Quite happy with the result. But we still have to color this. Just randomly adding some veins because it can look even more creepier. Just a sec. Yup, it was my dad. We were discussing dinner. I'm excited for dinner because today we'll be eating. Oh, I wish you knew about what dum pukht is. It's like lamb slowly cooked in a pot, and it's super delicious. And yeah, you see, because I did not use a multi-res modifier, I cannot smooth details now because I will smooth out all of these details. I cannot, let's say, add more mass here, then try to smooth it out because it will remove all the details. So if you want a more flexible way of adding details, just use the multi-res modifier because you can always go back. Oh, is it me or did audio go on? Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Can you hear me now? Oh, it was before. Yeah, I did mute it because I got a call. What's up? Hello, Shaki. What's up, my man? Nothing, bro. Just adding the final touches to this sculpt. I wanted to sculpt something spooky today. What color would be his blood? I think it would be blue. So I'm adding a bit more blood here, a bit more blood here, a bit more to the ears. Just in the areas where I think he would have more blood flow. I think his blood would be blue. What about you? What do you think his blood color should be? Yeah, you can see how much of a difference does painting the colors can do. Spooktober is soon. Oh yeah, October. So literally tomorrow is Spooktober. I really like how this turned out actually. Oh, I forgot to do the eyes. Looks like something out of Diablo. It's looking good. Thank you. I haven't played the Diablo game. Is it like a soul game or something? Should we make his eyes black? I think yes. Why not? Let's paint his eyes black with some orange pupils. And that would look really nice. Try a character from Moha too, like Lookism. It will be cool. Mahwa? Mahwa. Is it a game? Diablo gameplay is pretty mid. Story good though. Oh, I haven't played Diablo. I quit gaming about, I don't know, 3, 4 years ago, and I haven't played since. And to be honest, the GTA 6, the upcoming GTA 6, it's giving me blue balls, man. I want to play video games, but right now I cannot afford to. Not in a financial sort of way, but in a way that it's gonna be very distracting for me. I'm the kind of person that if I start playing, I know if I start playing, I cannot give it up. I'm gonna binge games. So I know my weakness, and that is indulging. I'm not the very best in self control, so it's much more easier for me to just quit stuff rather than having the option to do it and resisting. For me, it's much easier to just cut off. Boom, done. I feel like in most things, I'm an extremist, even when it comes to building relations, having friends. It's either I love you very much and I'm your best friend for life and I will be with you for in every difficulty, or it's I don't care about you, bro. I don't give a single solitary fuck. The same thing about any of my passions. If I'm passionate about something, I go all the way. Otherwise, I don't. If I know this is something that I can only half ass, I won't do it. I want to enjoy it to the full extent. I don't watch a movie or a season if I know that I'm going to have uninterrupted time throughout the tenure of watching this. If that is not the case, I will not watch. Asian monster, haha. Yeah. Mahua means Korean comics. They all almost use the same type of art style. For me, 3D has almost fully swapped the time I play with. Yeah, 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 of course. For me as well. So all the time that I used to spend on video games and other distractions, it's now towards my passion. For me, it's if I get a video game right now, it would be like, do I play a video game or do I record another video? Do I play a video game or do I check out what's happening inside my school and helping the people there? Yeah, we all have 24 hours in a single day. Everyone has the same time. It's just what do you do with that time that decides whether you will achieve your goals or not. Everyone has the same amount of time, bro. And you can either spend it sculpting or towards your passion and goals, or you can spend it doing things that no meaning in life, just wastes your time, delays your progress. It is a choice. It is a choice. What do you want? It's not that simple. It is. Paint, blend. I want to copy this color. Alrighty, done. How long did this take us? This took us 1 hour 4 minutes. Not bad. Let's see, let's see, let's see. If I use this matte cap, if I turn on some shadows, okay, we need something for the thumbnail, so let's move this here. Yeah, guys, if there's any questions, anything you wanna say, just do it right now, because I'll just check the chat once I take the screenshot, and then I will be leaving. I don't like the shadow. Let's see, can we turn on cavity? Oh yes, of course. Both. flat looked better. All right. That is it for the thumbnail. Super easy when you don't have to design one, right? Just take a viewport screenshot and boom, done. Wow, only one hour looks great. Thank you, my friend. Do you practice full body characters too? Also, do you upload your characters on a 3D model website like Sketchfab? Yes, I do practice full body, but it depends what I want to study. If I want to study full body, then I would sculpt a full body character. I can show you. I just recently did a full body study. Last week is when I did this. So here's the result of my full body study. I took my time while I was studying this. And yeah, I do upload 3D models, but I don't upload them on Sketchfab. I upload them for my school members over here. So inside the resources, I upload my 3D models here. So we have a full body stylized anatomy that you can download here, use as a reference. I have a female Asian face, and the practice that I just showed you, this will go into the resources as well. I just wanted to freshen my eye up a bit. I'll revisit this. If there's something I need to change, I will change that and I will upload it inside my community. But other than that, I don't really upload anywhere else. This is where I focus everything. Oh, nice. Thank you. And yeah, if anyone's interested, you can check out the link in the description. Join my program. I will personally help you with anything that you are having trouble with, because we have weekly calls every week where you can join. So you can see weekly calls every week where you can join, share your sculpt, tell me anything that is troubling you, and I will help you personally. You can also make posts and I will comment. This is like Facebook, but so much better than Facebook, because this doesn't have the distracting shit that Facebook has. So you go to a group, but then Facebook has a lot of distractions. Nothing here. This is a community of only serious artists. And if you're a beginner, you don't know anything at all, you want to get started, you can check out my free 1-month head sculpting challenge, where you can go to the classroom section and find this course. This is a step-by-step program, and I've divided it into weeks. I've done all the work for you. All you have to do is join, don't be a jerry, and follow this through. And if you follow this through, you will get results within a month. So here we can see final results by Levan, Arthur, Ruben, James, and all under 30 days. So yep, go ahead, check out the links in the description. I'll see you guys there. Oh, nice. Well, I guess that's it. Thanks for the stream. Yep, sure thing, man. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you being here, and see you around. Goodbye. Here's a fist bump. Wait, yeah, here's a fist bump. Here. Oh boy, how do I aim this? Here.